Hey, what's up everybody? It's Awall here from TGN Games, and I'm bringing you another Guild Wars 2 PvP commentary from the perspective of my Guardian. That's right, this is my tanky Taric build with a 60% boon duration buff. It is OP as hell. Well, actually it's just a slightly OP, but you know what, that's kind of cool thing about Guild Wars 2. A lot of people are kind of OP in one category or another, but they will be weak in others. I like PvP games like that. Guys, if you want to check out the detailed version of me explaining this build and all of the theory crafting behind it, link up top to that. And also at the end of the video, there'll be an interactive video menu where you can click and see other gameplay commentaries using this build, as well as the actual theory crafting video about this build itself. Enough about that, my friends. Let's get into it. Raid of Capricorn is a cool map. I like this map because it's unique. Some people don't like it because there's an underwater element to it. Underwater combat, I'm kind of on the fence about it. So there are 3 points right now. I just went over to the dock, which is more or less on the not friendly side of the map, using my shield move there to knock back. Something I'm always doing with the Guardian with this build, my mace shield combo being my main combo, of course. I'm going to use my 5 immediately because of the knockback in order to disperse on the point and to neutralize it as soon as possible. Even if I don't get my cap on immediately, neutralizing at least in the meantime is going to serve my team far greater than just fighting around the point and actually scoring a kill. Neutralizing a point is more important than killing 10 champs. Straight up. That's the way it works in the game right now. Until there are maps that aren't point hold, and I'm getting 5v1'd right now. Despite how tanky and Taric-like this build is, it didn't matter. Notice the timing I'm using here on my 2. You wait as a Guardian. Wait to use your 2. I'm not sure what the numbers are on the other classes yet. But wait to use your 2 until they're almost up in the air and they're about to slam you with the banner. Then use your 2 with the knockback. It will keep you up and running for another 5 seconds and delay the team even further. This point was neutralized. It is still neutralized. I caused a lot of havoc on that point. However, yeah, anyway, we ended up losing the dock in the end, but since I was attracting so much attention and taking so much damage on that point, we ended up getting the other 2 points as well. So the 3 capture points here, there's the beach in the east, the dock in the west, I'm on the beach right now, and the ruins in the north. The ruins are underwater. And at the end of this recording, I'll actually go underwater. I prefer not to go underwater because I'm not comfortable or practiced in underwater combat yet. Respawn areas on this one, the blue team respawns in the northeast and the red team spawns in the northwest. The 2 secondary mechanics involved here on this map, one of them of course being underwater. When you cap the ruins underwater, there are sharks under there. And the sharks will become friendly. Notice how I used the shield there. I stood on the edge, waited for my positioning, then used the shield to knock back all these freaking ice elementals and pets and everything on the edge. It didn't matter though, I just got 4v1'd and focused down immediately, using my timing on my 2 though to stay up and running for as long as possible. Notice what I just did here though. I delayed the other team and I'm forcing them to stay here on the dock and defend. Watch what I do again. I'm gonna go just run in here and suicide on this shit again. It is a great tactic versus newer players. They think they have to stick around to defend this point for an unlimited amount of time. They really don't. They should send somebody out to go cap the other points. All the while, we've had 2 points capped, so I'm gonna go straight in on that point again. Anytime I come out of my spawn as the Blues Tide, I am going to check out the beach here, make sure there's no sneaky thieves in the area, really take a look around. Anytime you're traveling with this build, or anytime you have a staff as your secondary, be sure to use your 3 on your staff as a Guardian so you can get that swiftness bonus. The 33% is really sexy, especially with this build. I have a 60% duration bonus to my boons, so the swiftness stays up and running even longer. I'm making a mistake that I would normally say that this is a mistake to fight out in the open, but in this case, given my tactic, it's actually the right thing to do. My tactic this game is to keep them stuck on their dock. So they're trying to come off of their dock right now and move towards the ruins and move towards the beach. So I will engage them at that choke point, and that is a smart idea. Just engaging people randomly outside of points though, bad idea. And the reason why I'm sticking around too is because I have some hard carry melee DPSs along with me, and this build is designed to support those hard carry melee DPSs, so it's working out beautifully this game. I'm glad I got to capture this one so that I could show you this tactic. Now this time, I'm not going to be quite as stupid to suicide in. These guys have more or less decided to camp up and stay back, so I'm going to use my staff and do some damage here from afar at first. Then I'm going to switch to Mason Shield and move in. Once my ally here, this thief, is low on health, I immediately died. Why did I immediately die? Because I got bursted down by that cannon, I believe. I believe it was the cannon that killed me here, and as well as getting 2v1'd immediately. So that was a bad move. But well, I say it was a bad move. It's a bad move in terms of staying alive, but in terms of winning the game, it was a great move. Suiciding over and over and over into a point, there's no shame in it, folks. There's no shame whatsoever. I love it, actually. It works really, really well. So we're up 375 to 138. This other team is really going to have to come back to make something happen, and they haven't been smart. The reason why the other team isn't working out too well, this is not a tournament, this is a random lobby, random players. If these guys were on TeamSpeak, they probably would be saying to each other, okay, somebody on the team, go sneak around, go try to cap those ruins, go try to cap that beach, and disperse the other team and make something happen here. So I'm just staying on the outside, and notice how I'm just doing this so I can just show you how the two-handed staff move works. Because of my two-handed staff, I have a 30% passive chance to heal. I can actually use the staff over and over and over again. If I'm proccing on 2 or 3 plus people, I'll actually be proccing so many heals that it's buck wild. Notice how I just popped all 3 of my shouts to stay up because I got focused 4v1 there. Notice how the suiciding tactics working fantastically. Who cares if I'm dying? Who gives a shit if I'm dying? We are dominating this game. Dominating. So don't be scared, guys, to go suicide in if the other team is being really dumb. And that's actually that's really a hilarious view there. Him just tossing out rocks, dead on his point. They're about to lose this game. Okay. I think at some point I do show you underwater combat. Here it is. So notice under the water, there's they're friendly sharks right now. But if we didn't have the ruins capped, those sharks would be evil sharks, and they would be attacking us. This is the actual point underwater here with that treasure chest. And once you go underwater, you actually switch to your 2 underwater weapons, which I believe is Spear and Trident for me. I'm not as familiar with underwater combat as I should be. Well, for obvious reasons, there's only one map that uses it right now in PvP. In terms of these 4 maps, Battle of Kylo, Forest of Niflheim, I believe the other one is Legacy of Foefire. So I think Raid of Capricorn is the only one right now you need to know underwater combat for. So folks that get better at it will have an advantage. Anyway, we dominated that game. Wanted to show you the suicide tactic, and wanted to show you this tanky Taric build. Taric being a character in League of Legends. If you haven't already played League of Legends, you should. Anyway, if you guys want to check out the build itself, link up top. Also, at the end of this video, interactive video menu, you can click any of the gameplay commentaries or the theory crafting video behind this. Be sure to subscribe to TGN Games. Thank you so much for watching, guys.